Hello, YouTubers. Well, as you can see from this box, it's mail call day. Everyone else does it, so I may as well. I also got this big one in too. In fact, I think they weigh the same. This one is 25 pounds, and this one feels like it's close. And I've been kind of busy. I've been working on a friend's laptop. It's let's see if I can over here. Yep, it's an old Dell. It's a really nice laptop, but Dell, of course, doesn't support Windows 10 on it, and it, you know, it has some issues with adware and spyware and this ware and that ware, and biggest problem with laptops is that everyone likes to connect Wi-Fi and they don't keep up on their updates. You just plug it into the router once in a while, run your update program once a week or even once a month. Keep up on your updates. But if you a lot of those updates are security stuff, and if you don't keep up with those, your computer gets more and more vulnerable. We all want to be wireless and not attached to a cord, and so that was a big part of it. The other part was the fact that it had, you'd open up a browser and you get all this spyware and all kinds of ware popping up and telling you, "Ooh, do not hang up. Call this number. Microsoft wants to fix your computer, partially because they care so much about you." Yeah, they don't care anything about you. They're not going to be calling you up. It's somebody who wants to portray it that way. And they lock up your computer. And unfortunately, I finally found one that works. Let's see if I can find the name of it. Malware Bytes, anti-malware. And actually, it's well, the more computers you have, you can get like multiple licenses. It's $30. They're all $30. But this was the only one that actually fixed the problem. Every time I'd open up Edge or Google Chrome, as soon as I'd go to another website, it would pop up with all this crap of your computer is massively infected, blah blah blah. Well, I just reloaded the darn thing. How can it be infected already? But so anyway, that's what I've been doing. I got it to Windows 10 and then it had a black screen, and then I reverted back to 7, and then I upgraded all the drivers from the website for Dell. Chris Dell says they don't support 10 for this laptop anymore because it's its age, which you can't be that old, but because it's old enough. So I put up all the 8 Windows 8 patches and got it to Windows 10, and then the base screen would keep reloading itself, and it ended up being the sound driver, the high definition sound driver for Windows 10, and Windows 8 causes issues with Windows 10. So I removed that. It went back to the Windows 7 sound driver, and that solved that problem. And then it was just a matter of finding a malware that would fix these problems of the other stuff. So this works. What I'm going to end up doing is buying like 5 license keys, and that'll be like $50 instead of 30. But that'll cover all the family computers, my 2, and give me a spare for future. So right now I'm on the trial. It gives you a 14-day trial, so then at least you can find out if it's going to work for you or not. And that's what I was doing. I was trying different ones, and this was the only one that actually solved that problem. I didn't really want to do the one that the browser was pointing me to, because they're the ones that put the darn thing on my laptop in the first place. So anyway, it's mail call day. That's too funny. So I know what this big package here is. I've been waiting for it coming over from the other side of the country. Well, actually, they both came from the other side of the country. This one came from Montana, and this bigger box came from Utah. So, see if I can get it open. It's funny when I watch packages coming from the west to the east, they only kind of show like the destination and then and where they left, and they don't really show you a blow by blow as it travels across the country. Although it could be the post office. Post office, U.S. priority. They're pretty good about tracking, and they'll kind of show you, you know, as it travels across, you know, where it went and all that. So, so there was this guy online that Belgrade. And you can look him up, and I could probably put a link in the description when I upload the video for his channel. But he dabbles with a lot of different things. He's a welder, and he's been playing around with wind turbine stuff for a while. So, and I've almost had him make a couple of things here and there. He had a stove that he made. I think that's everything out of the box. Geez, you're going to have a field day with boxes, I'll tell you that much. I don't cut them up for kindling. I cut up my boxes and use them for kindling in the stove. It works great. So, this is what I got. And this, I think, is the tail section. So, it's going to mount like this, and then I'm going to bolt the tail onto it. So this is a wind turbine bracket. Now, Missouri Wind and so many others, they have their bracket that any of you that's been playing around with wind turbines knows what I'm talking about. What's nice about this one is he has a bearing built into it. I guess these are the bearings that they use for those ski lift chairs that, you know, ride up and down the cable. So this is going to go onto an 1.5-inch pipe, and you know, this bad boy is not going to move. And he welded it so that when it's mounted, the turbine, the PMG or the PMA, this is the case is for a PMG, which is of course is the one from Missouri Wind and Solar, the Freedom or the Freedom 2, would mount here on these 4 holes. And I am a little used to seeing my face. There we go. So you can picture it, the thing will be here. So the way he has it set up, and I don't know if you could see it, but you can see how up here is a little shorter than this side. And this is to tip the blade up just a little bit to the air, because when the wind blows, it blows kind of down. Yeah, you know how you drive along the car, you do this with your hands outside the window. Well, try it if you haven't tried it. So anyway, it's going to put it at a little bit of an angle, so the blades will be here, and they'll be tipped up just a little bit, which gives you a better performance on your wind. And then, of course, on this side is where the tail's going to mount. Looks like it's right there. And then from here, I'm going to make my own tail and so forth to attach it to. But I have to get a tower up, and the tower, of course, is the challenge of life. And then this bracket here, you know, just like the other ones, mount up here, and it holds the cable that you're going to connect to the Freedom, whether it's it's a Freedom 2, you're going to have 6-wire cable going down, and if it's just a Freedom 1, it'll be a 3-wire cable. And then the rectifier goes down where your batteries are, so you're not running you're not running DC down, because if you ran DC down, you'd have to have a really big wire, depending on how far you're going. So that's what it does. It clamps in here, mounts up here, goes down the pole. You have it come out the bottom of the pole somewhere out of the hole, and yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Easy peasy. Sent me some bolts and bolting the tail on, and Schedule 8 belts, which are nice. Yep, pretty sweet. I don't have, I see people come up with some ingenious ideas. I ask them if they can make something for me, and this guy is really nice. You could contact him and work something out with him if you're interested. I'd recommend this bracket over the other bracket, just because the thing is it's never going to fail on you. And check and see if there's any more goodies in the box. I like this wrapping stuff. It's gonna be a shame to pop it. All right, on to box number 2. So, probably the last video or so, you saw that I was growing corn. Corn shoots was my new add to the family of greens that I bought at Johnny Seeds. I got 2 pounds from Johnny Seeds up in Maine. But I bought my 25-pound bag from Mountain Valley Seeds and started growing them, and they weren't germinating. And it was kind of frustrating, because first I was just trying it out, and I had customers that really liked the corn, but then this new seed I got in wouldn't germinate. I'd get, I soak my, I do like about like a quarter, but depending on how many trays I'm going to do. But say I do about a cup of seed, and then I soak it for overnight, and then I lay it out into those, I think I showed you a video of it, those trays, the clear trays, and single layer, and let them sprout. Well, out of the whole tray, I would get maybe 20 sprouts. And I couldn't figure out if I was doing something wrong or not. And I called them up and asked them, what am I doing wrong? They said they've had other complaints. They'll replace my seed with a new bag of seed, which I think is awesome. So I ended up giving my old seed to the farm down the street. And yes. Party time for the cats and their boxes. No. I got a bag of seed, popcorn seed, and I gotta transfer in all my seed. I don't know if I showed you, but I got the bucket. So I put a gamma lid on it so I can seal it up. It's got a gasket on the lid so that it keeps the air relatively out, and or movement. I guess it doesn't keep it out. Well, it would if I put an oxygen absorber in there and tight it down. It would seal it up. But this is how I keep all my seed in large quantities. And yeah, I'll try this stuff out, and we'll see how we do. Yeah, my monitor's going to sleep. Doesn't it know I'm talking? But you know, it's funny because I thought I usually throw the bags away, and I actually saved the bag so I was able to give them the lot number that was off of the bag, so that they could reference it with their lot that they had with a failure on it, which is probably a good thing to do, is to keep the bag for a while, huh? So you know that it's either good, or you can make sure you order the same stuff again. So we'll try this corn out. In fact, I'll soak a cup or two today and get those germinating tomorrow and see how they do. And if they don't do well, I'm either going to have to buy my seed from Johnny's or just not do it. Although Johnny's seeds are pretty expensive for this corn, but I know that it'll germinate. You know, you wonder where all the seed comes from. I mean, the label on here has the Mountain Valley label on it, although they probably put their label over someone else's label. But I don't know. I don't know if this is their bag or someone else's bag. I don't really see anything written on the outside. I don't know if they get it in drums and then they package it down. If anyone out there knows, they can certainly leave me a note. So I'm also starting to read up on mushrooms. So I ordered a mushroom. I found this company online, fungus something. And so I was looking online, but the delivery, the shipping cost was very high. I was like, you know, the thing was $35 and the shipping was like, or something like that, $30. But the shipping was almost as much as it is to buy the thing. But online it was a little bit more on Amazon, but the shipping was cheaper, or there was, or I think the shipping was either no shipping or less. I think it was no shipping. So I bought them online, and it came in and followed the instructions to a T. If it's all covered in white, put it in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. I did 5. Soak it for 4 hours. I did 4. 2 to 4 hours. I soaked it for 4. I took it out of the bucket and it crumbled into crumble cake. And called them up, and they said, "Yeah, it happens." They're going, "What do you mean it happens?" That's why we guarantee it. So they shipped me out another one. But I also wrote a complaint up on Amazon. So for some reason or other, they shipped me out another one, but also the company that sold me when I ordered on Amazon, it comes up as another website, Healthy something, and when I looked at the email they sent me saying, "We're sorry about it, we'll replace it, we'll take care of it," it ended up being the same company as this. This company here is owned by True Leaf. Is a parent company and apparently these two partners have been buying up all these seed companies, and they Handy Pantry, Mountain Valley, there's the Sprouting something. There's a bunch of them that they all own, and one of them they do is mushrooms. And so it was funny because it was like, you know, so they ended up sending me this one. It came in the Mojo box. I have to see is if you really if it matters to you about who the other company was. But then, I mean, they're really good too. They got a really nice website and fungi.com, Fungi Perfecti. They got a lot of information on their website. They seem like a good company. They're really easy to talk to. And I called them up and they said that even though you order it from another company, if it's their brand, they drop ship it from them. So they send the order to them and it's shipped from their company. They just drop ship it for them. So they said everyone would get all good. So I got this one in here, this one here, the Mojo Pro block. Came in brown. Well, it's supposed to be brown. The ones that come from Fungi are white because of the, and you know, it's in here. You could read about why they're white. You can do your own research. So anyway, I got this one in here, and same thing, kind of instructions are pretty much similar, except for the soaking. They don't tell you to soak this one, and so I'm wondering if I should bother soaking. So at any rate, I got that in. I'm reading the book on it, and the next day I get one in from Fungi. So now I got two of them. I got a replacement from Fungi, and I got another one from this Mojo. So I'm going to try those out. The thing is it takes so long to grow mushrooms. You know, if I do it a little bit at a time, the summer will be over by the time that I actually get good at it. So anyway, I took the mush and I put it in a bag and I stuck it on the counter and I hit it with some spray. And I got this one little mushroom growing up out of the tray. And I also bought the book. They have a book, and I actually ordered it off of Amazon. And it's a really good book. If I can understand the book, it's a worthwhile book. Because I can understand the book, but you think I could pick it out? Pick it out in here? They have a whole bunch of books in here. Anyway, I ordered a book off of Amazon that they sell in here, and it's rather interesting. The outer coating actually protects the culture, so it probably explains why I only got one little mushroom, is because, you know, of all the bits and pieces that are in the bag, that it's probably more inner stuff exposed than outer stuff. But at some point, I have to move things around in the weeds room to accommodate growing mushrooms. That's the place where it's the most humid. They say you can put it anywhere in the house with enough light that you can read a book at. But then the Mojo's information says a lot of light is better than not enough light. So I'm not too sure about who's which. So I'm just going to put a rack in the weeds room. It'll have the higher humidity. This is where the most humidity is in the house, in the weeds room. Of course, because I have a forest in there growing. And we'll see how things go with them. So I have, you know, I'll have two of those, they call them patches or pods. It's basically filled with sawdust and bits and pieces of wood, and then the outer has a coating over it. Inside has the spores, and we'll see how they do in there. And it'll be nice. It'll be another thing I'm selling. I'm having to ramp up my production in the weeds room because I have to have enough for the farmer's market and enough for the farm. So this is too much like work. Work every day. It's work. Who said, you know, I think going to the grocery store and buying food and relaxing the rest of the day is not all that bad when you think about it, than having to grow your own food. What was I thinking? On the other hand, I can sit at home, watch TV, garden, yeah, listen to music, yeah, yeah. I can even garden naked if I want to, but I wouldn't. But I could. But it's not going on YouTube. Anyway, uh, that's it. That's it for now. Comment, share, like if you wish. If you don't wish, it's okay. I have greens if you wish to purchase any. There are 3 ounces for $5 plus shipping if anybody wishes to purchase some greens from me. And depending on how many I can do, one bag could go into a little box, and that's $6 for shipping. If you want a big box, it's $20 for shipping. So pea shoots are really good. At any rate, I think I've yacked 26 minutes. It's going to take me 3 days to upload this video. Ta-ta for now, and happy gardening.